and welcome to ELITECAD at Work with the topic of manual layer intersection. Today, using a 3-story building, I will show you how simple it is to manually create layer intersection of various components. In ELITECAD, there is an automatic layer intersection, however, often it is necessary to use a special intersection. To this end, there is, alongside the automatic layer intersection, the option to intersect components according to your own conceptions and requirements. I will show you what to pay attention to today. As already shown in the previous ELITECAD at Work video, I have a 3D story building in which all components have already been intersected automatically. However, there are still a couple of walls or rooms where I either do not like the layer intersections or need them to be solved differently. I will now show you step by step how the manual layer intersection works. As in the norm in ELITECAD, I can create component intersections in the model, in floor plans or in the 3D editing mode of sections and views. First, we will intersect the brick wall with the reinforced concrete wall in the floor plans. Of course, I could do this automatically, but it doesn't look quite right from a technical point of view. I find the functions I need in the Extended Wall Functions toolbar. I select the function Define Wall Ending, click on the wall I want to intersect and draw a polygon the way I want this wall to be depicted. I repeat the same now with the brick wall and my union is complete. This whole process is, of course, also possible for walls that meet at an angle or do not automatically intersect. In the next step, we will pull this reinforced concrete wall a bit forward and the plasterboards of the stud wall should cross over the front side. Because of the automatic layer intersection, main layers always intersect with other main layers. This is the reason the connection appears like this. I select the wall ending function again and define the position of my reinforced concrete wall. Now I'll select this wall layer for the stud wall with a divide wall layer function and determine the location of the separation, and my connection already looks as I want. In the section I will now divide the room terrace with a parapet wall. For this the separation layers should intersect each other and the plaster needs to continue upwards. When creating such an intersection in the section, it is important to note that the manipulation will affect the entire wall. If you only want to change the intersection in a certain area, it makes sense to first divide the components for these areas. I switch to the 3D editing mode and select the wall next. In the property bar you can switch between main contour and layer contour. After switching the layer contour, every layer can now be adjusted. I select the required layer and this is then shown in orange. Now I pull the handles of the layer to the needed position and I am already done. I do exactly the same thing with the layer construction of the terrace, and just like that I have my desired layer intersection. Now I switch to the model and as you can see here, there are suspended ceilings which also have individual layers that can be adjusted. So that everything works, I now select the ceiling and the property bar for rooms appears. As soon as I click on the main contour layer contour toggle a second time, the ceiling is marked orange and I can manipulate it as I need it. If you want to remove the layer contour, just click on the automatic layer contour function and the contour will return to its original state. Last but not least, I would like to add a formwork as a sub-layer to the rafters. In order to accomplish this, I need to click on the roof, then toggle the layer contour in the property bar and select the desired layer. As I want the formwork in the entire marquee area, I capture the contour by the gripper and move it parallel. As you can see in the section, the layer is instantly updated into all views. So you can see how easy, effective and intuitive our manual layer intersection works without having to rack your brain about which layer should be intersected with which layer. With our automatic and manual layer intersection functions, we provide you with a tool that can be used both effectively as well as individually, and that works very simple. See you next time. Feel free to expect more.